So you must have met the man personally. Well, how was he? How is he? I mean, he's, one of those modern geniuses with Elon Musk and all these running into space. So how is he?
No, I've known him for many, many years when we recorded at his studio, the Manor Studios. He gave me a lift up to London in a beaten up old white minivan, which was his transport. And we've done a few projects like The Elders together. He can be fun. I think he's passionate about doing some good things. He's in many projects. He has his B team and The Elders, Virgin Unite. But he's also a rogue. He can be a prankster. One time I think he only stayed in business because he wasn't paying us our royalties. Because he was always gambling, with the next big project. Now I think, he's been successful enough, but he's always been bold and unafraid to try things, which I admire a lot.
He was a kind of a different, but then we have also the photograph of Chris Blackwell, which is a person that I admire very much, being a super fan of his label and whatever he did in his life. Those are, here, Chris Blackwell, the patron of Island Records, and producer of too many artists to mention, but I'll mention just Traffic and Bob Marley, which are quite enough. These were visionaries. I want to ask both of you, you met them, so you photographed them, you met them professionally and you met them to take the pictures. Tell us something about these people. These people changed our lives, really changed our lives, through people like you, through artists, but they were really, at the control room. How were they?
Well, one of the things Blackwell was a hero for me because not only did he have great taste, but he also really valued visual things. Like Island, as a record label, were, I think, the first really to develop great visuals in both marketing and sleeves and so on. And there've been other good examples, but they really had a sense of style. So I was desperate to get Genesis signed to Island Records at first. And there was a guy called Guy, I'm now forgetting his name, because Mott the Hoople, who we did some concerts with, and they, believe it or not, were fans of Genesis then and took us to Ireland and said, you should sign this band. And Guy, I wish I could remember his name. Stevens, thank you very much. Someone has a brain cell that was still working. That's good. But he was a bit of I think acid casualty may be unfair, but his office was completely empty with one telephone on a carpet. And but Guy, he had fantastic taste and instincts, but he wasn't very good at follow-up. So we just ran out of time and had to sign with somebody. And in fact, Stratton Smith was fantastic and really gave us enormous support. But I have to confess, Chris Blackwell was where I wanted to be.